straightening her designer suit in the law firm's conference room mirror. "I thought you'd have grown out of this phase by now." I glanced at my laptop screen, watching my company's stock tick upward. "Another billion in market cap just this morning. Hamilton and Associates has been my life for 30 years, she continued, gesturing at the prestigious law firm's logo behind her desk. "Senior partner Jessica. That's a real career. Not this startup fantasy." My phone buzzed quietly. "Acquisition complete. Hamilton and Associates now subsidiary of TechFusion Global. The managing partner position opens next year," Mom pressed, adjusting her pearls. "If you'd just gone to law school like your sister Claire." Claire chose that moment to sweep in, legal briefcase in hand. "Mom, did you hear? Something big is happening. All partners called to emergency meeting. Probably another merger." Mom smiled proudly. "Hamilton and Associates handles only the biggest deals. If she only knew this deal was different. Very different." My laptop pinged. "Press release approved. Announcement in 30 minutes. TechFusion Global acquires Hamilton and Associates. Major leadership changes ahead." "Jessica." Mom turned to me, her voice taking that familiar condescending tone. "It's not too late to join the firm. Even in a junior position." "Actually," I said, checking my calendar, "I have a meeting here today too." Claire laughed. "What could you possibly have at a top law firm?" "Tech support." My phone lit up again. "Board of directors confirmed. Transition team in place." "Something like that," I murmured, watching the firm's employees hurry past the conference room windows. They had no idea their world was about to change. "Did you at least dress professionally?" Mom frowned at my simple black blazer. "Hamilton and Associates has standards." Another message flashed. "Security teams in position. New employee badges ready." "Speaking of standards," Claire smirked, "how's that little app of yours doing? Still trying to be the next Mark Zuckerberg?" If she only knew TechFusion Global had just surpassed Facebook's market cap last quarter. "It's going well," I said mildly, watching another notification. "Stock surge confirmed. TechFusion Global now valued at $89 billion. "Well, isn't what pays the bills," Mom declared. "Look at your sister, youngest partner in firm history. That's success." The conference room began filling with nervous-looking partners. Something big was happening, but only I knew exactly what. "Richardson wants all senior staff present," Claire said, checking her phone. "Even IT support. No offense, Jessica." My laptop displayed another alert. "CEO entrance in 5 minutes. Security protocol alpha engaged." "I should go," I said, standing. "My meeting's about to start." "Whatever computer thing you're doing can wait," Mom insisted. "This is important. Hamilton and Associates is about to make history." She had no idea how right she was. The managing partner, David Richardson, entered looking pale. Behind him, my security team took positions by the doors. "Everyone," he announced shakily, "I'd like you to meet someone. The new owner and CEO of Hamilton and Associates." Mom smoothed her suit, clearly expecting some distinguished legal titan. "Actually," I said, closing my laptop, "we've already met." The room fell silent as I walked to the front, my security team flanking me. "Hello, Mom," I smiled. "We need to discuss some changes to the firm." Mom's perfectly manicured hand flew to her throat. Claire's expensive briefcase hit the floor with a thud. "I don't understand," Mom whispered. You can't." TechFusion Global," Richardson explained, his voice trembling slightly, "has acquired Hamilton and Associates in a complete buyout. Miss Chin Jessica is the founder and CEO of TechFusion." "That's impossible," Claire stammered. "She plays with computers in her apartment." "Actually," I pulled up the holographic display from my simple laptop. "I run the largest tech conglomerate in the world. From my penthouse office, which incidentally is larger than this entire floor." The room's screens lit up with breaking news. Tech giant TechFusion Global acquires premier law firm Hamilton and Associates, deal valued at $2.8 billion. But your little startup." Mom sank into her chair. "Currently valued at $89 billion, I completed. Hamilton and Associates is just our newest subsidiary." Claire frantically pulled up her phone, Googling TechFusion Global. Her face went white as she saw my corporate headshot and bio. Jessica Chin, founder and VO net worth, $31.2 billion. The firm's security badges, Richardson continued weakly, will be updated immediately. All employees now work for TechFusion's legal division. All employees, I emphasized, looking at Mom, report to the new management structure, including senior partners. My phone buzzed again. Forbes exclusive ready, tech's hidden giant. How Jessica Chin built an $89 billion empire in secret. This is a joke, Claire declared, but her voice quavered. My little sister can't own Hamilton and Associates. She doesn't even have a law degree. No, I agreed, pulling up my company's org chart. I have something better. A global tech empire that just happens to need its own law firm. Mom's eyes darted between my simple blazer and the screens showing my company's market cap. All this time, while you were concerned about my career choices, I nodded, I was building something bigger than corner offices and partner titles. The building's security system pinged as new badges were activated. Hamilton and Associates was now officially part of TechFusion Global. The managing partner position, Mom said faintly, remembering her earlier comments, will be filled based on merit, I confirmed. Though I doubt the current senior partner will want it, given her recent remarks about playing with computers. Claire's phone buzzed with news alerts about the acquisition. Her precious partner status suddenly seemed small compared to her baby sister's corporate empire. Ms. Chin, my assistant, entered smoothly. The Wall Street Journal is requesting comment on the acquisition. And Microsoft CEO would like to reschedule your lunch meeting. Mom's pearls clinked against her water glass as her hand trembled. After years of dismissing my work, she was watching tech giants court her daughter. Now then, I said, taking Richardson's seat at the head of the table, shall we discuss the firm's new direction? The following hour in the conference room redefined family dynamics in ways no one could have predicted. The holographic displays above the mahogany table showed TechFusion Global's complete corporate structure, with Hamilton and Associates now a small subsidiary in my vast empire. Let's review the changes, I said calmly, watching Mom grip her leather chair like a life preserver. Hamilton and Associates will handle TechFusion's legal affairs, along with our standard client list. Standard client list? Claire whispered, still shell-shocked. My assistant pulled up the roster. Apple, Google, Microsoft, Tesla. Essentially every major tech company we haven't acquired yet. This is a top-tier law firm, Mom found her voice. We don't need to change dash. A firm that now belongs to TechFusion, I corrected gently. And trust me, we're upgrading everything. Starting with the technology. The screens displayed the renovation plans. Quantum computing terminals, AI legal research systems, holographic courtroom presentations. The budget for these upgrades, Richardson stammered, must be substantial. About equal to the firm's entire previous annual revenue, I nodded. It's a rounding error in TechFusion's quarterly expenses. Claire's phone kept buzzing with news alerts about the acquisition. Each one made her flinch. Tech prodigy Jessica Chin adds premier law firm to growing empire. But you work from home, Mom said weakly. In that little apartment. You mean my personal floor of TechFusion Tower? I smiled. The apartment that's worth more than Hamilton and Associates building. The holographic display shifted to show my real estate holdings. TechFusion Tower stretching 90 stories into the sky, along with properties in every major tech hub globally. Ms. Chin, my assistant interrupted, the Senate Technology Committee is confirming your testimony date. And the Nobel Committee sent their invitation for next month. Mom's pearls clinked against her blazer as she shuddered. Nobel. For our quantum computing breakthroughs, I explained. Though that's just a side project. Richardson cleared his throat. The partners will need time to adjust to new management. Of course, I agreed. Though some, I glanced at Mom, might want to reconsider their positions given the new structure. Claire frantically scrolled through TechFusion's public filings. This is bigger than most countries' GDPs. Our AI division alone, I confirmed, is worth more than Hamilton and Associates' entire history of billings. The screens updated with another breaking news alert. TechFusion Global announces revolutionary AI legal platform, traditional law firms obsolete? Your sister's success, Mom had always said at family dinners, comes from following the traditional path. Now Claire sat silent, her partner nameplate suddenly seeming small compared to my empire's org chart. About the managing partner position, Richardson began. Will be filled by someone who understands both law and technology, I said. Someone who didn't dismiss computers as a phase. Mom's face flushed, remembering years of criticism. Jessica, Let me guess, I smiled. You're sorry for doubting my career choices. 1 month after the acquisition, Hamilton and Associates was unrecognizable. The traditional law offices had been transformed into a cutting-edge tech legal hub, with quantum computers and AI systems replacing dusty law books. Mom's cherished corner office now housed a holographic courtroom simulator. Revenue up 300% since integration, my assistant reported during the monthly review. AI legal services now account for 60% of operations. Mom sat quietly in her new role as senior legal advisor, a position I'd created to spare her pride. Her designer suit looked out of place among the tech-enhanced workspaces. The Microsoft contract alone, Claire admitted, studying the holographic projections, exceeded our entire previous year's billing. She'd adapted better than expected, throwing herself into learning the AI systems. Her partner status had evolved into head of legal innovation, a role she'd actually earned. Ms. Chen, my assistant interrupted, the Supreme Court Chief Justice is requesting a private demo of the AI jurisprudence system, and the UN wants to discuss global implementation. Mom's hands trembled as she adjusted her pearls, a nervous habit that hadn't faded. The Supreme Court. Just another Tuesday, I said, watching TechFusion's stock tick up another billion. Though the Chinese government's meeting tomorrow is more interesting. The office screens displayed breaking news. TechFusion's legal AI revolutionizes global law practice, traditional firms scrambling to adapt. Remember when you said I needed a real career? I asked Mom gently. She nodded, watching her former employees collaborate with quantum computers and AI assistants. I was so focused on tradition. While I was inventing the future, I completed. Sometimes the best path isn't the obvious one. Claire's tablet chimed with another alert. TechFusion Global surpasses $100 billion valuation. Jessica Chen becomes youngest self-made centurion. The partnership track, she mused, seems rather quaint now. Like measuring the ocean with a teaspoon, I agreed, pulling up TechFusion's global impact metrics. Some dreams are too big for corner offices. My phone buzzed. Harvard Law School requesting keynote speech on future of legal practice. Ironic, Mom said quietly. All those years pushing you toward law school. And now law schools are studying my company, I finished. Life has a sense of humor. The afternoon sun glinted off TechFusion Tower, casting shadows over the old Hamilton and Associates building. In just a month, we'd achieved more innovation than the firm's entire 30-year history. Ms. Chen, my assistant appeared again. The G7 summit requires your input on AI governance. And SpaceX wants to discuss the Mars colony's legal framework. Mom's coffee cup rattled slightly against its saucer. Mars colony? Just a side project, I smiled. Like that computer phase you were so worried about. The screens updated with more breaking news. TechFusion's legal AI achieves 99.9% accuracy in case predictions, traditional lawyers obsolete? Speaking of predictions, Claire said, reviewing the quarterly reports, we've automated 80% of our previous workload. While increasing quality and access to justice, I nodded. Sometimes efficiency means evolution. Mom stared at her old office, now humming with quantum processors. All those years I thought I was protecting your future. While I was inventing everyone's future, I completed. Some legacies are measured in billable hours. My phone displayed another notification. Time magazine cover story. How Jessica Chen's TechFusion rendered traditional law obsolete. Others, I said, watching my family's reflection in the smart glass windows, are measured in revolution. The sun set over the city skyline, casting our building's shadow across the legal district we disrupted. In the quantum-powered conference